Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Elon Musk and his recent offer to purchase OpenAI, who currently are kind of like the face of artificial intelligence, at least in the application that most of us think about artificial intelligence. They are the parent company behind ChatGPT, which is probably the most popular AI service in the world right now. It's the one that you usually hear about in the news. It's the one that I'm sure many of you watching this video even have the app or have a subscription online to use it, right? So ChatGPT has become kind of like the face of artificial intelligence, almost in a Microsoft or an Apple kind of way, where almost in a way it's kind of like they alone are the name of the function itself. It's almost like when you go to look something up online, it's like, yeah, I gotta Google something real quick. Most people usually are just like, all right, look it up on ChatGPT when they're talking or using artificial intelligence. Well, Elon Musk has put out an offer to purchase the company, and the actual owner, or the CEO, I guess, of the company is probably a better term, has actually responded directly to Elon Musk. Now, if you don't know the backstory between Sam Altman, who is the CEO of OpenAI, and Elon Musk, they don't really have a great history recently. So Elon Musk, most people don't really know, actually co-founded OpenAI all the way back in the day, but he ended up leaving the company. He has, I guess, a different vision for what AI should be and how it should be implemented than the folks running OpenAI. So there's been this kind of like rift that's grown between them. Sam Altman has basically shit on Elon Musk a couple of times publicly in interviews and whatnot, and he pretty much did the same thing here today after the offer to purchase OpenAI. So the battle for the future of AI just got extremely expensive and deeply personal. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman spoke out against rival Elon Musk a day after rejecting a potentially seismic deal that could shape the future of artificial intelligence. He told the Elon Musk-led group of investors that the ChatGPT maker is not for sale despite a massive offer to buy his company. Quote, Elon tries all sorts of things for a long time. This is the latest, this week's episode, Altman told Bloomberg TV in an interview at the Paris AI Action Summit on Tuesday. Quote, I think he's probably just trying to slow us down. Musk announced Monday he is leading a group of investors who have offered to buy OpenAI for $97.4 billion with a B dollars. The OpenAI board will have to consider the massive offer, but it's unclear whether it will seriously entertain it if it believes Musk will divert from the company's mission. Nevertheless, the offer could make OpenAI's reorganization plans more difficult and significantly more expensive. So there's two immediate ways that this could really help Elon Musk in this entire thing. So as I'm going to assume pretty much everybody knows at this point, a few years ago, Elon Musk purchased Twitter, which he has now rebranded into X. And with X, there is another major AI tool called Grok. Now, this has been one of the massive pushes, I guess, that Elon has made with the app to try and make it more money and to make it more influential, things like that, right? So there's always been this vested interest that Elon has when it comes to AI. Realistically, anybody with money, there's a pretty vested interest in AI now, because pretty much every company on the planet is rushing, scrambling even to try and incorporate it in whatever way that they can. I mean, even restaurants and airports and fucking theme parks, right? Anything you can think of, they're trying to find some sort of AI application to make it better, more efficient, things like that, right? So everybody's trying to do this, and Elon Musk is no different. Like I said, he co-founded this company, which is kind of crazy to think, he was actually kind of there at day one. But like I said, there's two ways this could help him. So let's say, number one, he does somehow purchase the company. He basically acquires ChatGPT. Elon Musk at that point would now own and operate two of the most influential platforms online. I mean, Twitter is one of the most popular websites, one of the most popular social medias, and then to have ChatGPT in your back pocket too, which, like I said, is basically the poster child of the artificial intelligence boom here. That's a lot of influence and power to wield in the grand scheme of things, and that's just online. That doesn't even add in Starlink internet or SpaceX putting rockets up and back out of space. Obviously, Elon has taken a pretty heightened role in the Department of Government Efficiency, which is one of these like new big pushes that President Trump has been making to like reorganize and re-efficientize, if that's even a word, the government. So he's got a lot of shit on his plate, and he's got a lot of like important things basically in his pocket. But also, the second way this could help him is if this is an offer that OpenAI is going to refuse to accept, it could basically indicate that the company thinks that it's worth more than that $97.4 billion price tag, which could significantly drive up any future like purchase cost for the company. If anybody else, like let's say Microsoft or whoever, right, wants to come along and acquire OpenAI down the road, it basically, by making it way more expensive, it closes out other potential buyers. And obviously Elon Musk is as I think, is still the richest person on the planet. He's worth like almost $500 billion, right? So when you're limiting the amount of people who can like basically compete with you in a purchase deal, it really kind of limits it down to like, well, if you want to sell, you're going to sell to somebody like Elon Musk or somebody on that level, right, with that kind of money, or an investor group that can lead with that kind of money. So Musk, an OpenAI co-founder who eventually left the company, has long feuded with Altman and has filed a number of legal complaints against OpenAI and Altman, claiming that the AI company and its leadership have misrepresented OpenAI as a philanthropy. OpenAI is operated by a non-profit organization that controls an entity called OpenAI LP, a for-profit company that exists within the larger company structure. That for-profit company took OpenAI from effectively worthless to a valuation of around $100 billion in just a few years. And Altman is largely credited as the mastermind of that plan and the key to the company's success. Musk claims that OpenAI has broken with its founding charter by seeking to make a profit with its AI tools. Now Musk is a competitor as he started his own AI company called x.ai. This is the company behind Grok, by the way. Quote, "I wish he would just compete by building a better product, but I think there's been a lot of tactics," Altman said in the interview. Quote, many lawsuits, all sorts of other crazy stuff, now this, and we'll try to just put our head down and keep working." Asked whether Musk is approaching a strategy to combat OpenAI from a position of insecurity, Altman agreed and belittled his competitor. Quote, "Probably his whole life is from a position of insecurity. I feel for the guy," Altman said. Quote, "I don't think he's like a happy person. I do feel for him." Spokespeople for Musk and X did not respond to a request for comment. Altman said he isn't concerned that Musk has a new elevated position in President Donald Trump's White House, but has acknowledged perhaps he should be. Quote, "Maybe I should, but not particularly," Altman said. "I just try to wake up and think about like, how are we going to make our technology better?" So clearly the two are not on good terms, I would say. It's a little bit more than a business rivalry. When it comes to like the ground level of a business, obviously there's a lot of like intense feelings there. I guess it's not really the same thing, but compare it to something like, if you've ever seen the movie The Social Network, like at the beginning of the movie, you know, Mark Zuckerberg and his buddy Eduardo Saverin, who is like they're basically co-founding it or like helping him finance it and everything. He basically gets like pushed out of the company and like bad blood erupts because obviously they started it all together. When you start a company like this, I mean, a lot of people who've never like done anything in business don't really understand, like it's almost like a child to you in a way. And obviously they both have different directions that they view where AI should go. And this is just how business gets, you know, like people, they split in like what they think the company should do direction wise. And it can lead to situations like this where basically these are two hyper intelligent people in business, right, who are now basically rivals. There's no way around it. I mean, when you compare Grok and ChatGPT currently, I've used both. I'm sure at least some of you probably also have. I'm not the biggest fan of Grok. It just doesn't seem like it's effective for me personally. Usually whenever you like try to get it to like basically give you any sort of details on what's going on, like the news, which it's supposed to do very well, it very frequently gets things wrong. I'm not going to say ChatGPT doesn't either, because ChatGPT fucks up quite frequently as well, but I personally think as of right now, the making of this video, ChatGPT is a better product than Grok, right? So Elon is basically, he's got two things going on here. Either A, he actually can somehow purchase this company, which doesn't seem likely because the people running the company fucking dislike him. So if he does somehow acquire it down the road though, he now has two of the leading AI to basically work off of. Now, I mean, would he combine them together to like bring the good features of each into one unified verified product, I really don't know. But this is just one of those like gritty business battles, right? I mean, you got lawsuits involved, you've got public comments about one another in interviews, hostile takeover offers, all kinds of shit. This is like the centerfold of some sort of like AI movie or something, right? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, like give it another year or two, like as AI continues to develop and like become this massive thing in everyone's life. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually there was some sort of movie about this type of shit. Like I said, kind of in that Social Network-esque, like business-focused movie theme, right? But basically, just to bring everything together here, quote, "We're not moving to a for-profit model," Altman said, quote, "I mean, we're not sure we're going to do it all, but no matter what, the nonprofit will continue to be extremely important. It will drive the mission and will continue to exist. The board is looking at lots of options about how to best structure for this next phase, but the nonprofit is not going anywhere. But the nearly $100 billion offer from Musk and his associates could throw a wrench into the gears of OpenAI's plans to spin out the for-profit unit. The nonprofit will probably maintain a stake and need to set a value on the deal. If Musk's deal is legitimate, and it very well may be, as Musk is the richest person in the world, then OpenAI most likely would have a responsibility to demonstrate that its deal better values the company. In other words, Musk just set the floor on that deal at $97.4 billion. Yet it's not quite that simple, because OpenAI is technically a nonprofit. It has no fiduciary responsibility to maximize returns. And it could argue that Musk would violate the company's safety-first mission. Whatever the case, the world's most prominent AI company has a much trickier road ahead now than it had before. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this all ends up working out, because obviously we're still in the early stages of everything, right? We don't know to what extent AI is going to affect everyone's life. We don't know what ChatGPT is going to become. We don't know what OpenAI is going to become. Now, we do have the richest man in the world trying to throw a wrench in everything, obviously for his own benefit here, but we still are going to have to wait probably another year or two, maybe even more years, before we even really get any real answers on how this will all work out. And who knows what'll be going on then? Who knows? Musk may not even be in the White House administration anymore. He may end up selling Twitter. We have no idea how this stuff is going to go, but as it looks right now, it's going to be a pretty complicated road ahead. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, talking about Elon Musk's OpenAI takeover attempt, and signing out.